And today we are working with. Oh, so I was mute.
Hello, Jeffrey. Sorry, I think you were mute.
Okay. So am I allowed to be unmute?
Yeah. Sorry, it's just that we were waiting for some more people, but I think we are okay to start. So if you want to introduce us a bit, go on.
So now, huh? We can start now.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So once again, welcome everyone for your time to share with us today. To have this honor to have this webinar together with our solution partner Calypso from Portugal. Calypso has developed a very renowned application generator, being years for a very long time since I knew Arsenio 10 years ago or 12, 15 years ago, quite a long time. So this solution is really handy to use and ideal for also the resellers who are not really having an in-house program developer to make the software application, and this solution is really ideal. And not only in the application generator we're going to share with you, but also very important to share the other two applications that SysDave has developed based on this platform, which is the RFID solution and also the voice picking. So I hope you're going to enjoy the rest of time with our partner from SysDave. Jonio.
Thank you very much, Jeffrey. Unfortunately, we will not have Arsenio today, but it will be me, João, and Emmanuel Barros. So before starting it, I just want to make sure that everyone knows how to work with this platform for the webinar. So we have this. We have in your left. We have you have a section for questions and answers, and you can let there all your questions, and we will answer to them in the end of the webinar. I think this was the only part that I wanted to tell you. And now I will pass the webinar to Emmanuel Barros. Emmanuel will be showing you Calypso Studio, how it works, and all the features, also the connection, the integration with Urovo devices. Emmanuel, good morning.
Good morning. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Thank you, Jeffrey. Not excellent. I'm a bit sick, but I hope you understand what I'm saying. Any question you have, please let me know. You can write anything or as little as you think. I will start sharing my screen. Okay. Can you tell me if this is sharing?
Yes, we can see your screen. Perfect.
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, great. Okay, so this is Calypso. This was developed to help developers and companies to be as fast as they can to make an application and deliver the final solution to the customer. Nowadays, they don't just want hardware; they need the full solution. So they need the software and the hardware. And the hardware nowadays it's Android, and it's not easy system to learn from scratch. So you cannot ask your employees just go learn Android and make me an application in 1 month. That's not really easy or probably possible. So we developed Calypso in that way. So you can make an application in very little time. You can deploy and you can sell your application to your customer. Not only for Android, but with Calypso, you can also deploy for desktop Windows and also for an iOS device, okay? With the same code, without changing anything, okay? So I will start a very basic project just to read a barcode, edit and export it. I will try not to be too boring. And I will go through what Calypso can do. Okay, so I created a form. The basic idea is what you see on the screen is what you get on the device. I have here one with me that is Urovo DC50, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's 50. And I have it attached to my computer, and I will make an application and I will deploy it here. Okay. Okay, so everything I see on the screen, I can change, I can modify, I can add image, I can add buttons, I can double click on this image, I can go to actions, and all the actions that are possible to program, okay, are here. And I can drag and drop them like this. Now I can close my form, or I can start typing if I already know my actions and press enter. Okay, so now my application I can just close my application. That's the basic LOL application. So let's do a little bit more. Let's read the barcode and show the barcode to the user. So we also have, besides being easy to program, we try to make things easier for the developer. So you don't need to worry about the screen size. We are making a project that we call smartphone. It's just a smartphone shape like this. So it's size 240 por 420, but you don't need to worry about that because the application will get bigger, and this device has a bigger screen. So I don't need to worry about operating system. I don't need to worry about the screen size. I don't need to worry about the SDK to read the barcode. You don't need to learn the SDK from Urovo, and that's excellent. And even better if your customer already have another brand and you want to introduce Urovo to the company, you don't need to. You can make an application and we'll work on both, and you can introduce the new device without any problem. So that's excellent. So you don't need to learn the SDK from Urovo. We do that for you. So it's very easy. I will just do barcode connect and barcode enable. This will read the barcode itself. I have a box here of bolts. I will read the barcode, and this will tell me what type of barcode, the data, and what type of barcode I have. So I have all the possibilities are here in a category. Okay, and when I left my application, I want to disconnect my barcode reader. Okay, so I need to add one more thing. That is add an event, barcode and barcode scan. So when I press my disconnected, okay, live, I always do something like this. Let me open an app. Okay, now it's on. So when I press my, no longer a laser, but people that are here on this business before it was a laser. Okay, when I press the laser and when the laser reads the barcode, I want to show the barcode to the user. And that's that action. So when the device detects a barcode, I want to show to the user. I will show just a message, okay? Message box with my data. We rename this to barcode. Double click, okay, and that's it. The most boring and simple barcode reader application possible, but it's perfect to illustrate how easy it is to do it. And now I want to deploy it to my device. Okay, I already have my device in development mode. It's very easy. You can go Google how to make it in development mode. Just go to the phone settings and tap several times on build number, and that will go. And I will test on Android. I will test now. And let me see if I can show you. take just a minute. Okay, and I have my application. Okay, let me show you my screen of the device. I have a small application here to do that. See, Urovo DT. So this is not a simulator, it's my real device. And I will read this bolt. So I have purple. And because I'm sick, I have some medicine here with me. And that's another barcode. Okay, very easy. I didn't need to learn anything about Android. The application is ready. Okay, now it's just for testing, but if I want to compile it, I'll just go here to create APK. This will take about 5 to 10 minutes, so I'll not press right now. And this will generate the final application, and then you can give it to your customer, or you can upload to Google Play, and so on. Okay, so let's do a little bit more. Okay, Calypso, it's perfect to handle information. You can connect to a database, okay, any database, because if you have a ODBC driver, you can connect to any database. I'll not do that right now. So you can connect to SQL Server or Postgres or anything. And this, when I say database, I'm really talking about an ERP. Normally, people want to get information from ERP or send information to ERP. So you can do that. Also, you can create local database. That is information that will be stored in the device. And then you can export or import information from there. So I will create a database that's called inventory and barcode and quantity. Okay. This is very basic, but it's just to illustrate how easy it is to create a database. Okay, so it's already created. And now, every time I read, I will add a line to the database and then increase the quantity and show it on the screen. Okay. So let's do that. So I no longer want to show a message on the screen. I want to add it to the table. Okay. So first thing I need to check if I have already barcode there. Okay. So just ask if this is equal. For the ones that knows a little bit of SQL, this is just a select. And you can use our easy wizard, let's say, to do the select, or you can go full hardcore and just make your query. And I want to get my quantity. Okay. Okay, so if I don't have anything over there, so everything is prepared. We have keywords for everything. So if I don't have that that record, my record count will be 0. So if I don't have that, I will just insert. And 1. Otherwise, I will increase my quantity and update the value. So barcode equals to my barcode, and I will update the quantity plus 1. Okay. So very basic. But now the information is stored on the device, and I want to see the information on the screen. So how can I do that? I can go here and drag and drop my table. And that's it. Now I can see the information in my screen. I just need to adjust this a little bit. Okay. Let me put that like this. Okay. It's almost full screen. Now every time I want to add a new barcode to my table, I need to update information on the screen. So I'll just tell refresh control inventory. And I can do that when I open my application. And if I didn't do anything wrong, I think I have a small inventory application. Okay, so let's try it. Let's bring my box of balls here. Okay, show you my screen. Oh, not responding. Okay, so let's do it. So, okay, quantity, let's read this again. A different one. Oops. Okay. Oh, sorry, you are not seeing anything. Okay, let's read that. So I'm reading several times. It's including quantity. Let's read another one. Let's read my drugs. Okay, so we are in 1019. Sorry. This is a NFC tag. We also support that. But that's not what I show. So as you can see, in about 15 minutes, I developed a very basic application. Let's pretend I want to export this to a file. We still see many customers needing to export this to a file and then send it to somewhere. It's very easy. I will just export. I'll create a button, and I have here an action that is file export from table. Now we'll say, okay, I want to export the data that I have on inventory, and I want to filter anything. I want to be like a comma separated, and I need to tell where I want to save the file. Okay, save. That's it. This will save information I have on a file, and then I can send the file to an FTP server or by email. Let's do that. I don't know if I have the email configured here, but let's send this by email. I have here mail, send mail. So I'll send from me. All this information can come from databases. Everything you see with 3 little dots, this is dynamic. Okay. Let me just add the attachment and copy my email too. And we need export. Okay. Deploying. Okay, as you can see, we develop a new version. The information is still here because it's a local database inside my device. Then you can create actions to edit this, to edit the quantity, and so on. But this is not a full train, just a demonstration. So export is asking me, I will send to just once. Okay. This is because it's the first time I'm opening my email. As you can see, I have write everything, and now I can send it to myself. Okay. So in less than 20 minutes, I create a very basic inventory application and sending an email. And I didn't need to learn anything about Android. And to be honest, I didn't need to learn anything about Urovo specifications for this device. And this application will work with any device from Urovo, independent of the model. Okay. Just one more overview about all the action that we have here. So apart from reading the barcode, you can also get more information from the device. You can get GPS coordinates from the device. You can also use the device to read information from RFID. When I say RFID has different tags. You can use low frequency or short distance like NFC and MyFair Classic. There are some devices that can read that. There are other devices can read UHF. This one I have here can also read UHF. Unfortunately, we still don't have fully developed the UHF reader for Calypso. It's in development. Okay, we are still testing, and we hope in very few weeks we have that prepared for you, so you can read barcodes. And the reason I have here the box full of balls, it's because each item that I have here has a UHF tag inside, and I use it here for development and for testing. As you can see, it's the UHF tag. So this is from Decathlon. I think they don't support us, and we don't work with them. But they are nice to have tags everywhere, and we use that for a real scenario and a real use case. Apart from RFID, Joel talked about voice, and I think voice, you can use voice for voice speaking. It's a different product from Calypso Professional. It's Calypso Voice, but it's really useful if you want to boost your productivity. It was fun to see that during COVID, people start investing more and more in voice. Voice, because they have the same workers, or even worse, they have workers that are at home sick, and they need to be more productive. So many companies start deploying RFID systems and start deploying also voice system to improve productivity from the same people, or worse, less people. Let's try to show you a little bit about voice. Create a new form here. I will just say this is the first form. I didn't mention, but everything you see that is in blue, you can change that. You don't need to work it. And by the end, I will show an application that was built with Calypso and doesn't have anything to do with this aspect of blue and white and so on. So let me go here, close form. Okay, so I will start with the very basic, that is just read something. Okay, because this will be a voice project. Now I need to activate that functionality. Sorry. Before I go into voice, I just want to mention one thing. All the projects you make in Calypso, they are multi-language. This is not relevant for a country like Portugal. Everybody speaks Portuguese, so that's not really an issue. But you have countries or companies that are multi-language. They use English and they use Portuguese. Or there are countries that are multi-language, like in Spain, they have 3 main languages. Or you go to Switzerland, they also have 3 main languages. So they want to, if you want to add more language, you can, and that's really easy with Calypso. You just add a new language. And now everything you see on the screen, you can change the text to a new language. Let me just double click here. Okay, see? Now I'll just put it on Portuguese, and I can test if the Portuguese fits the button or not. See, the other ones didn't have anything translated. I can switch back again to English. And of course, doing everything in translation for each button, it's a bit difficult. So you can export everything to Excel, then import back again. Okay? Even before going to the voice part, you also can print information. So you can print to a mobile printer. I have one somewhere here. But you can also print for a desktop printer, or you can create a PDF and again send the PDF by email or send the PDF by server. We have native drivers for basically almost the full market for ZPL, APL, HashPOS, and basically these 4 cover everything, but you can also use the native driver from the printer. And you can design the report right here, the same way you do a form. Okay, so you can just drag and drop. Everything is still drag and drop. Just put here a barcode. Okay, and you design your own label or what you want to print. And the information again can come from a database or for information that you just read, and so on. Regarding voice, regarding voice, we have 2 types of voice. Okay, we have the native speech recognition and native text-to-speech. This is using in this case with Android, the Google engine. Okay, and to use the Google engine, sometimes it needs to connect to the internet. It works well, the speech. It works well, the recognition, but the recognition will be literally translation from the voice for what you speak to the text. Okay, this is useful in some cases, but if you want a logistics application, if you want to make a picking, it's not very useful or not very practical because you want to capture specific words. Okay, and for that part, we have Calypso Voice that is using a nuance engine, and that engine it's more powerful because you can specify what you want to recognize. Okay, so I activated the voice. Now I can go here. It's in American English, so It's okay. And let's just read now, very basic. Let's just read the message that is on the screen. So I'll just read this. Okay. See, you have a ton of options if you want to spell it, if you want to end. This you can control everything. Okay. Okay, let's deploy to my device. This will take a little bit longer because it's needs to send all the voice engine part and the English dictionary and so on. So this will take a little bit longer to deploy to my device, but I hope you are still there. João, are people making questions or everyone is already sleeping and I'm very boring?
No, we have one question, Emmanuel. For now, we have
Okay.
one question. We can address that now.
Yes.
And this question is related to the Urovo scanner and the internal scanner that we have. So what is the main difference between internal scanner and Urovo scanner? Should I use internal or be focused to Urovo?
I don't know if I fully understand the question, but regarding the scanner, I don't know if Urovo is telling that they are using a zebra scanner. For us, what is important is the SDK, and for us, it's a Urovo SDK scanner. But you don't need to worry about that, okay? So you can just use this action that you see here on top. That is barcode connect, barcode disconnect. What this does is when you launch Barcode Connect, we will try each SDK to see the one that works. Okay, so if you have a Urovo device, he will try all the SDKs we have, and then when it detects that it's a Urovo, we'll use the Urovo actions. If you deploy your application to a different brand, let's say Zebra, we will test, and if we detect that it's a Zebra, we will use the Zebra device. So you don't need to worry about that if you are using these actions here on top. Okay.
Yeah. So just to explain with our partners a little bit, that the SysDive solution has fully adapted the SDK from Urovo for the barcode, for any Urovo hardware specific features, and also the RFID SDK, as Emmanuel just mentioned, is still under fully adapted and testing. But that is how the SysDive solution and the Urovo hardware is cooperating with each other.
Thank you. So I have here my voice application now, and I will just say, "Hello world." I hope you listen this. So I'll
Yes, we do. We can listen to
my hello to, let's see how he spells my name. It's always funny. Hello, Emmanuel. Okay, yeah, I don't have an English name, so it's always funny. Okay, that's the speaking part. It's very easy to implement and useful. Let's do now the recognition part. So I'll try to be very easy, and I will just recognize one word so you can understand how this works. And I will just say start, and when I recognize the word start, I want to start my inventory. So I'll capture, I will say that I want to start recognizing. Okay. Activate recognize. Okay. Now add an event, voice start. So when my device recognizes the word start, I want to show form my first form, that was the form to start the inventory. Okay. This is very basic, just to show you how this works. That's it. Deploy. So, and what is interesting about the voice is that this works with any Android device. So you don't need to buy a specific solution for voice. As you can see, I'm using a device that has barcode capabilities, UHF capabilities, and now has voice capabilities. Apart from being a normal phone, I think I see a SIM card holder here. I didn't test it. Okay. So the good part also about voice is that I didn't need to train my engine. Okay. So I can just say start, and the second time I speak. I'm not using a headset. You should use a headset, but now I can start reading barcodes and so on. Okay. So it's really easy to use and develop. The learning part of Calypso, we provide training, and the training is just one day. Okay, we assume, of course, that you already know a little bit of logic of programming or a little bit of SQL. We have everything documented. All the actions are documented and in English. When you make an application in Calypso, the application is free of royalty. What do I mean with this? I can just bring another device, and I can just disconnect my cable and connect to my phone. And this is a Xiaomi phone, and I can try another application, and I didn't need to buy a license for the device. Regarding the voice part, when you are using voice, you do need a license for the voice. That's a different subject. But without the voice, you don't need anything else. Okay, this will just work. Of course, you can block your application to a specific device, but that's your business. Okay, it's your business model. We don't do that. You are just buying the license, a bit like when you are buying Microsoft Word and you can make as many documents as you want. Like Calypso, you are just buying the developing tool. You can make as many applications as you want. So no problem there. Okay. We have everything documented. We also have a lot of videos, webinars like this one that you can go here and watch, so you can start learning by yourself. You can download the application from our website. Everything is function, except the limits are you are only limited to 3 forms like this. When you compile the application or when you do the test on Android device, the application will run on the device for 10 minutes. We think that's enough for testing and for learning. Okay? The demo version is mainly for learning. Everything on the screen it's functional. You can also, I didn't show, but you can also try and the application in the simulator. The simulator is excellent when you are developing an application connected to the database, so you can see all the information that you are sending and removing. I shouldn't have done that, because now this will start the voice part, and I hope it didn't cut my microphone. Let's see, start. It will not work because I'm using the microphone for the webinar, so let's forget about it. So everything is documented. Lots of videos, as you can see, in different language, normally English, Spanish, and Portuguese. when you buy a license, and but you are developing, and we know that your customers depend on that. You are making money out of it. So when you have a question, you just call support, and we will assist you. You can send a ticket. We will reply about normally. Our goal is to reply every ticket in less than 48 hours, but normally it's on the same day. Okay, and then we will go if you need 10 emails, or if you need a call, or if you need to connect with your computer, or if you need to see your program working. We will try do our best to help you make of finishing your application. Just before I go away, let me just show you application that was built with Calypso. And just to show completely different lookalike. So see, this was very okay. Also basic inventory. But as you can see, it doesn't have anything to do with the lookalike what was doing. It's completely different, but it's also very useful. Let's see my records. So see, edit to delete. Let's edit this. So okay. As you can see, you can be very creative with the applications, and this device is quite interesting. Okay, I don't know if there are more questions about Calypso and Urovo integration.
Yes, we do have one more question, Emmanuel.
Okay, please.
So the question is, would there be a full system integrator option for hardware partners to enable them to write apps for end users?
I don't. What do you mean by full system integration option for hardware? Because when we sell you the license of Calypso, Urovo is already integrated, so you can already make applications. If you want to resell the license, you can also do that. So you can sell the device, and then you talk with us, okay? And you will sell a license to your end user. I don't know if this was the Krish. I don't know if this was the question.
Yes, from what I understood from the question of Chris, when you buy Calypso, you already have everything integrated. Well, not the part of voice, because that's different licensing, but the rest is already there. And you can deploy all the apps that you wish. You don't need another license for the apps that you deploy to the devices and then that you actually sell to your customers. That's all up to you. You just need to pay as the license. So it can be a perpetual license, and that one is yours forever, or a subscription, and then just make your apps and sell them. No, you don't have to worry about anything else.
Okay. Only 2 questions. Maybe it's too early in the morning.
We can wait a few more minutes for some other questions. Meanwhile, I don't know if you have anything else to add, Emmanuel or Jeffrey.
I can talk all day if you want, but I don't know if they want to get more details.
I think we have a person have a question.
Okay.
Yeah, we do. I remember that it is one-time license policy. Yes, actually, you pay for your license one time and you don't pay other time. You don't have to pay a fee or a royal for developing. Usually, probably you already use other, and if you use them, you have to pay for deploying to another device. So if you deployed for 1, 2, 10 devices, you had to pay a fee. Here you don't have to pay for that. You pay the license and that's all. So it's different. You don't have the royal part.
Okay, João, let me reply this one.
Okay.
The license is just a username and password, as you can see here. So I can log off, and then I can, if I have a different computer, I can go to a different computer and just log on, and I have my license on my device. It's just a username and password. Like I told, it's like Microsoft Word. You buy it once, and then you can make as many documents or many apps you want, except for voice. Okay, that's the only exception.
Yeah, but for voice is because we have to pay for the voice part as well, so we need to charge for it. I see here 2 questions that I can already answer about updates and ongoing maintenance fee for the app.
Okay, sorry, about updates.
Sure, yours. Yeah.
We have 2 types of updates. Every month we
release
ship an update. That update it's included. Okay, and you can see if you come here, we are always fixing something. It's a never-ending process because Urovo launched a new SDK. We need to test and we need to deploy. Google updates the platform. We need to test and we need to deploy. So this is a never-ending process. Okay, Calypso 5. We almost have 1 update each month. Okay. And then we have a new version. We try to have a new version each year. So let's say this year, 2023, we will have, let's say, Calypso 6. That one, it's included if you have a valid contract. If you don't have a valid contract, let's say you have a perpetual license on Calypso 5, that's yours forever. But if you have a valid contract for upgrade, you will get the new version for free. Or if you have a subscription, that is also included on the subscription.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know if you want to add anything, João.
No, it's just that basically, if you pay for a perpetual license, you can also pay for upgrade contract, and that upgrade contract is renewable each year, and that's what will that contract, that's what will get you the next version of Calypso. If you don't have it, you will have to pay for the upgrade, which is more expensive than the contract. If you opt for the subscription, and it can be a year subscription, that contract is already included in the subscription, so you won't have to opt for a contract or not. Emmanuel, I think we have here some other questions.
Yes.
Yeah, finally,
can we collect
data
application to be integrated with SAP and Microsoft Dynamics? Yes, of course you can. We have customers that they almost are dedicated to SAP and Microsoft Dynamics. Regarding SAP, Microsoft Dynamics, I never worked with it. Regarding SAP, normally the company that implements SAP, they will provide you an API so you can talk. I talked about reading and writing information to database, but I didn't mention that you can also talk with a web service. And with the web service, you can just call the action HTTP request, and then you get the doorbell action to get, post, delete the information. And then when you get the response from the server, you can use JSON or XML to parse the information and save the information on a local database. So yes, you can use Calypso to integrate with the other systems like SAP Dynamics. There are here a second question: is there an ongoing maintenance free for? Yes, maybe that's for you.
That one was already I think it was already answered. It was about updates. This one is UHF, which is still going in development.
Sorry. Just to clarify, I
worries.
was connecting here another device to answer the last question. Just to clarify, is UHF which is still in development? Yes, UHF is still in development. We already have one device working, but this one I have here on my hand, we still need some work. But I think it's close, and when we finish, I don't know, we can talk with João and maybe send a newsletter to everybody saying that it's finished, that it's available to everybody. Can you explain? There's another question here. Can you explain the way for an iOS device?
I think about iOS, because it's not really the purpose of this webinar, Manuel.
We can very quickly. It's the same thing as Android. Yeah, it's almost the same thing as Android. The only difference for Android is that you need a Macintosh to deploy that. Okay, basically you need a Macintosh to create a certificate for an iOS device. Okay, and the moment you have the certificates for the iOS device, you can deploy a key client. Okay. And the main difference from Android is that with Android, you can just copy the file and work. With iOS, that's not the case. You need to submit your application to Apple to be approved, and then you can deploy it to any device you want. You cannot sideload it. That's not a Calypso rule, that's an Apple rule. But for testing, you can basically sign the key client for your Apple device, and then you can sync by Wi-Fi the project and test everything, and then you can deploy. iOS devices are important because logistics people are using Urovo devices, but sometimes managers are using tablets. So I think that's also relevant. And you, with the same program that is Calypso, you can deploy for both of them.
If you wish, Manuel, we can send you some information on the documentation. And I think we also have some webinar about it. Yeah, we can send you some more details. Has this been tested with all Urovo devices? I think we already answered it, but
it's always difficult to test with every and each one model. Basically, what we do is we test. We have 2-3 different models. We test the SDK, and Urovo tell us that okay, that SDK works with all of those, and we assume that it's working. If it's not working, sometimes it happens. If it's not working, what we do, we call Urovo and ask them for the same model, or if that's not possible, we call the customer and say, please ship us the device so we can try it and see what's going wrong, and we fix that. And when we will launch version 6? Well, that's for you.
Yeah, it can be, and we hope that we will have it this year. We are working for that. The question about version 6 was that we decided to rebuild a big part of Calypso and to optimize it, not only in terms of performance, but also in terms of user interface and user experience, for it to be easier. And if our users say that it's easy now, we want it to be easier and to reach even more people, for everyone to be able to build their own applications. So that's why it's taking a little bit more time, but from the information that I'm getting last days, I think that we will have it this year. And let's see if we work also on an event here in Portugal for everyone to come and to see Calypso in real time with our team. Yeah, we want to work on that. We have some more questions. The camera of the device can also be in use, like solution DHL barcode and picture from broken box.
Yes, you can. You can use the camera. You can use the camera for several situations. You can use the camera to just take a picture, camera capture. Okay. Let me just show you because it's quite easy. Oops. You can take a picture and I got okay. Okay, this will take. Let's put in a better quality. Oh, I need a title. That's that. Let me delete the file after. Okay, and let me just put the image on the screen. Okay, so this is quite horrible, but I hope you forgive me about my lack of designing skills. Okay, so now I can take a picture and save the picture and send the picture. Also, sometimes shipping companies, they do a very interesting thing. When they sign, they have a small barcode right next to the sign thing. So what you can do, you can also recognize the barcode that's inside that picture. Okay, so that's what I will try to do. So first thing, I will take a picture, and then I will try to recognize a barcode that is inside that picture. It's this one. Okay. Source of the image, it's this one. Da-da-da-da. Okay. Target barcodes, I will place it here and execute event. Okay. Okay. So what this will do, I will take the picture, try to recognize the barcode, and then add it to the database. Okay. So I have my device here. Oops. Okay. I have the right cable. Yes. Okay, so I will open the camera. I will take a picture. I hope it can. I will redo that picture and see if we'll add. Yes, it added. So that 5560. Normally, it's the first digit for the barcode that are built in Portugal. And that's it. Okay, so I can take a picture. Oh, I forgot to put the picture on the screen. My mistake. So it's just set value. Okay, see, it's normal when we are programming to make mistakes, but it's easy to go back, fix it, try it again, and it's very intuitive. I think it's very easy to manage that. I hope that answer your question.
Yes, I believe it was answered. Meanwhile, we also have here a question about the devices that which are validated, validated with Calypso. DT40, DT50, RT40, E8100, and U2. Do you know if all of these are validated, Emmanuel?
I know I have one here with DT50.
Yes.
We normally, to be honest, we don't really worry too much about the model because there are models that are available to Europe, and there are different names that are sometimes available to Asia or to America. For us, our main thing is if the SDK is the same, yes, it's valid.
Yes.
In the case that the SDK is not working, you can still use the barcode reader in wedge mode, and that's true for any device in the market. Okay, so you always have that option using the device in wedge mode. Wedge mode, it's like is when you read the barcode and the scanner will type the value in an input box. Okay, so that's always working. Okay, the main functionality from the SDK, if the SDK is the same, we work with all that models and with models that Urovo will launch in the future. If they keep the same SDK, the new models will automatically be working with us.
Anyway, if we have these devices with us, we already test them and it was working. But if you have one of these devices and you are developing Calypso and have any problem, just send it to our support channel and we will see what if something is happening. If not the support channel, the development team. So in that way, you have full support from us, of course. And I believe we don't have any more questions, Emmanuel.
Okay.
I think that's all for today.
Thank you for this time. Thank you, Jeffrey, for the opportunity.
Yes.
And I hope you like it.
Just allow me a few words before we close this webinar. The purpose of this webinar, first of course, is to introduce the potential of the SysDave can help you to grow the business. The second thing is, if you are thinking the value, the potential of this solution can help you to promote the hardware business into your reseller networks, please do not hesitate to contact SysDave, the guys you have met on this webinar, and you can continue to organize your local webinar. I'm sure that SysDave is more than happy to support you to do something similar to your local partners. All right. So
that's true.
Don't forget that if you sell your Urovo device with integrated applications that your customers need, you will add a lot of value, and I believe that you will do an even greater sale. Thank you very much, everyone.
All right. Thank you very much, everyone.
You.
Have a
Have a good day.
Have
a good week.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.